When aunties and uncles give your children money, do not say, let me hold it for you. You are not a thief. Hi guys, you're welcome once again to my channel. My name is nazor.ezeh. I know that I promised that the next time you see me that I'm going to have full face glam, a full face beat. Ikadirum. That's the truth. I don't have energy. It's too early in the morning, number one. Number two, I don't have energy to start rubbing makeup all over my face. And number three, I do not have even more energy to go and start wiping off makeup, because that's the worst part of makeup for me. Ikadirum. Then I want to ask you something else that just came to my mind right now. Have you gotten your PVC? You wait to go your voter's card. You have not. Be playing, Just be playing. Before you know it, they're not going to be giving voter's card anymore. Before you know it, election will reach and you will not vote. And then let me see which mouth you will use to come out and complain on social media that things are not working, that the government is not working. Go and collect your voter's card and vote. All right. Okay. So let me not ramble too much. I came here to film one of these. You know that if you follow me on this channel, you already know that one of my niche is parenting, motherhood, talking about children, how to raise children, right? So these videos are for you. Not only if you are a mother right now, even if you are not yet a mother, you have not married, but you plan to marry, you plan to born a child, then these videos are for you, because so many parents are clueless, including me. Some of us don't know what we are doing. Some of us are learning on the job. So anytime I have an idea or I learn something, I come to share with you people so that you will learn. So that when you have your own children or you already have your children, you will know how to maneuver this parenting journey, because it's hard. It's the hardest job ever. Anyway, today I want to come and today I want to share with you things we need to teach our children, the basic life skills we need to teach our children. And I don't mean cooking, cleaning, and the rest of all that kind of basic life skill. I mean other skills like teaching your children to be kind. Teach your children kindness. You know that children are mean. Have you heard that phrase before, that kids are mean? Kids are mean. I don't know if it's because they don't really have much of sense like that, or if it's because their brain have not developed well. Just know that kids are mean. They don't have filter when they are talking to each other, when they are treating each other a certain way, especially when they gang up against somebody. We can stop that by teaching them kindness. You know that there are so many adults today that are unkind to their fellow human beings, unkind to whoever you are. No matter your age, they are very unkind. It's because they did not teach them this basic moral skill when they were growing up. Their parents and the people around them did not inculcate that attitude, that moral character inside them. So it's important that you teach your children the value of kindness. Teach them to be kind to people. Teach them to be kind to their fellow children. Teach them to be kind to adults. In a world where you can be anything, choose to be kind. Kindness takes nothing out of anybody. Choose to be kind to people. Teach them, and then this kindness also encompasses like giving. Teach them to give people things. Teach them to give alms. Teach them to, okay, for example now, your kids, I'm very sure, have toys that they no longer use. Sometimes call them, involve them, tell them, let's pack these toys. You no longer use them. There are children in this world that don't have any toys. Let's pack it and give it to those that don't have toys. When you do that, you're teaching them to be kind. You're teaching them the act of giving. Also, if they have clothes that they no longer wear, tell them, oh, you don't wear these clothes anymore. Let's pack these clothes you don't wear anymore and give it to the children that don't really have clothes to wear. When you do this often, it becomes like a thing of joy to them. They would always want to do that. Okay, when you see someone is in need of money, like beggars on the road, give them money in front of your children. It will make them form that habit of giving, that habit of charity. So teach your children the value. Teach your children the value of kindness. That's number one. Number two, teach your children. Oh my goodness, some parents like me, we shelter our children a lot. I'm one of those parents that used to shelter their children. Let me tell you people something. Do you know that back then in Nigeria, every time it's to carry my children, I'll drive them to school in AC car, listening to music, enjoyment, since they will just enter the car, go, enter the car, come. The day I now say, let's just take a walk, I now took my children, we're now walking on the streets. Main road was far from us, so we were on the sidewalk. Okada we pass, my children will jump. They were shaking like leaf. I was like, oh my goodness. So this is one thing I'm not doing right. And I made it a habit to be taking them on walks. And then sometimes our cars will be good. There will be nothing wrong with the cars. In the morning, I'll call Keke to come and take us to school. We'll use Keke to go to school. So that they will also know that there's another side of life. It's not every time they are sheltered inside AC. It's not every time they are sheltered inside motor. Don't send the children to go and buy something. Nigeria is not good, So don't send them to go and buy something across the road, or send them to go and buy something from a kiosk before they put your children inside a bag of rice and carry them and run. So there are other ways you can teach them to be exposed, like to be streetwise. It's not every time. It's good to be bookwise and smart, but sometimes it's also good to be streetwise. Teach them how to, expose them. But don't let them do things on their own, like going out on their own or crossing the road on their own. Do you know, talking about crossing the road, there are so many children that don't know how to cross the road. They only know it in theory. They know that, you know how they teach us in school back then and how they teach them in school, that before you cross the road, look left, look right, and look left again before you cross. Some of them, they only know it in theory. When it oluzie no mume, they will be transfixed in one spot, or they can akpodo hantunana, as if they use nail and stick them on the floor. They will not know how to cross the road. So teach them how to actually do it. Sometimes take them out, cross the road. Teach them how you get my drift, right? Now another one you should also teach your children is the value of money. Teach them the value of money. Save money for them. When aunties and uncles give your children money, do not say, let me hold it for you. You are not a thief. Stop thieving your children's money. Keep it for them. Buy them kolo. Buy them, whether it's kolo or piggy bank, anyone you want to call it, just buy them something they can use to save their money. Put their money in their piggy bank. Teach them how to save. At the end of the year, open. Let them know how much they have saved. It's not every time they get money, they'll go and buy candy. Whenever they get money, the first thought on their mind is chocolates, candy, something that they will eat and drink and swallow and poo-poo it out. Sometimes teach them how to save. Also, teach them the act of buying and selling. Like sometimes give them money, let them go to a store. Like I remember back then in Nigeria, I took Dindo to a store. You know all these stores where they have show glass, where they sell snacks outside the store. So I was in the car watching him. My eyes were on him. And then I sent him to go buy meat pie. I gave him money. He went there. He bought it. He collected change. He came into the car. I made him count the money to make sure it was complete. Teach them how to go and buy something and collect change. They need this basic knowledge, you get. Then also back then in my children's school, there was this excursion they used to go for. I know my kids went on that excursion once. The school would tell them to bring money, at least 50 naira, at most 100 naira. Then they would take them to supermarkets for them to buy grocery. And they loved it. They were always so excited. When they came back, they would tell me, hey mommy, we went to the store, I picked something, I paid, they gave me change, look at what I bought. Teach your children. It's not every time you'll be sending your help or whoever to go and buy groceries. Your children don't know how they get it. Ignore boo-boo. I gave him time out to sit down somewhere and he wants you people to know that he's there. Take your children to the market with you so that they can understand the concept of buying and selling in the market. They will see how they get things. They will understand that you don't pluck these things, that they don't used to dash you things when you go to the market. It will also help them manage at home when they see you counting out money and paying for things and collecting. And then that time, I'll take my children. Do you know what my children used to call the market in Nigeria back then? They used to call it the dirty market. Hey, I don't know. I wish I could find the picture of, there's one picture I took. They were standing in the middle of the market. Their faces, if you see their faces, they wanted to cry. They wanted to cry. I meant to intentionally take them to that dirty part. You know all those places where they've already killed goat and cow and then the butchers are busy butchering the thing. My children, if you see the mortification on their faces, like They will want the ground to open, let them fall inside and swallow them. But they preferred to go to supermarkets. They didn't like the dirty market, as they used to call it, dirty market. Yeah, but it's important to take your children there. Let them go. Let them see buying and selling in action. You get odingpao, odewangpa. Very, very important. Also, one basic life skill that is very important: teach your children how to swim. Teach them how to swim. We started learning how to swim from Nigeria. I'll take my children to, what's the name of that hotel again in Festac, near the Link Bridge. Is it Villa Park? What's the name of that? What's the name of that? It's not Villa Park. What's the name of that hotel that has ShopRite in it in Festac? Golden Tulip. So I used to take them to Golden Tulip, and then there was one guy. His name was what's the name of? It's very unnecessary. So the guy was teaching God's Power. His name was God's Power. So God's Power was teaching my children how to swim. I used to pay him to do that. And then we came here. Pool is here now, so they used to go and swim, and they're learning it. It's very important that you teach your children that basic life skill of how to swim, because you never know. You never know. You never know. As in, teach them how to swim. I think I don't even need to talk more, to say so much about this particular one, about teaching your children how to swim. All the very important. Even yourself, you too, that is watching me, go and learn how to swim if you have not learned. Me, I'm learning. I've not finished learning. I'm a work in progress in that regards as well. Anyway, video no way taker is long. I don't know, it might have a part 2, so let me just cut this one right here. If there are any other things you know that we should teach our children, that is important for our children to know, leave it in the comment section for us. So many people are here learning. You have no idea. We are learning from each other. Me self, I can even learn something from you right now. All right, let's chit and chat in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're gonna see ourselves in the next video. Killzills.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running or I'm chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time